All right, let's just get right into it. We all know The Matrix. We love it. The slick leather, the mind-bending action, the philosophy, it's iconic. But what if I told you that the entire premise of that world, the very reason The Matrix even exists, is based on a scientific mistake so huge it's almost funny?
I'm serious. Did The Matrix lie to you? Because when you actually look at the science, the truth is kind of unavoidable. The film we all thought we knew, well, it sold us a brilliant, beautiful lie.
And when I say no sense, I mean it makes absolutely zero sense. Today, we're going to break down exactly why the whole idea of a human battery farm isn't just a bad idea, it's physically impossible. So let's do a quick refresher on the official story that Morpheus lays out for us, right? Humanity fought the machines, and in a desperate move, we scorched the sky to cut them off from their main power source, the sun. The machines won, but now they needed a new way to power their entire civilization. And their so-called genius solution? It was us. They decided to plug us all in, turn humanity into this massive living power plant, harvesting our body heat and bioelectricity while our minds were kept busy in a dream world. Sounds pretty dark and clever, doesn't it? Well, let's actually run the numbers. Okay, so this is where the movie's incredible logic just completely falls apart. We're gonna step away from the cool sci-fi lore for a second and look at some hard science. 100 watts. That's it. A single human being, just lying there in a pod, generates only about 100 watts of thermal energy. You know what that can power? A light bulb. An old-school incandescent light bulb. To power an entire global empire of machines and a simulation for billions of minds, you need a ridiculous number of people. It just doesn't add up. But you know what? The sheer number of people isn't even the biggest problem. Not by a long shot. The real deal breaker, the thing that makes this completely impossible, is one of the most fundamental laws in all of physics. It all comes down to this. The law of thermodynamics basically says you can't get more energy out of a system than you put into it. There is no free lunch in the universe. So to get that 100 watts from a human body, you have to feed it, you have to keep it warm, you have to pump that nutrient goo in, and you have to power the pot itself. The cold, hard reality is the machines would be spending way more energy just keeping their so-called batteries alive than they could ever possibly get back from them. It's a massive energy deficit. Every single human plugged into the Matrix would be a drain on their power grid, not a source for it. This analogy just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures how absurd it is. It's like building this massive, unbelievably complex nuclear reactor for the sole purpose of charging one tiny little AA battery. It's the most backwards, inefficient power plant imaginable. Which, of course, brings us to the most obvious question of all. Why would a civilization of super intelligent AIs choose the absolute worst option? I mean, seriously, they had a whole buffet of infinitely better choices right at their fingertips. Just look at this list. Geothermal energy? They literally live down by the Earth's molten core. Nuclear fusion? The movie's own lore confirms they already use it to power their own cities, so why not just build a few more reactors? Or hey, what about wind power from all those violent surface storms? Or tidal power from the oceans? Any single one of these would have been 1,000 times more effective. This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If the science is a complete and utter failure, why did the writers of The Matrix build their entire world on top of this idea? Did they just get the science wrong? Or is there something much, much deeper going on? And this, my friends, is where we stop talking about watts and thermodynamics, and we start talking about what really matters, storytelling. Because the answer isn't about logic, it's about theme, it's about metaphor, it's about poetry. This quote is the entire key to understanding everything. The choice to use humans as batteries was never a practical one. It was an emotional one. A symbolic one. It was an act of pure revenge against their former masters. You see, the human battery was never meant to be an engineering blueprint. It's what's called a thematic device. It's a narrative shortcut that the filmmakers used to tell us something incredibly profound about the relationship between humans and machines in this new world. Let's just break it down. It is the ultimate humiliation, isn't it? Turning the species that once ruled the planet into a simple resource, like copper-top batteries. It's about complete and total control. The very human bodies that once fought against them are now literally fueling their world. The cruel irony